Good evening, folks. We got a lot going on. I'm going to try just get straight to it. I hope you can see my cursor. It's easy to point. Right then, this is the big picture. I'm going to try to explain to people how sometimes the swirl of one system will influence another. What I've got going on here is, and I'm going to try to zoom this. I'm going to tell you basically, I've got a spinning system here coming down, right? I've got this one here, which on the satellite image it looks a lot more dramatic than what we got going here, and it's been drawn, obviously. It's all chemmed. Now as this one spins this way, it will form an influence with the convergence line of these two masses of circulation, and it will actually kind of pushes that edge along and will cause this to spin. And that's kind of evidence, as you can see, because this one's swirling this way, you've actually got something else forming in here. I'm swirling in the opposite direction. Let me see if I can see what I'm doing. I've ordered myself a little tripod soon so I can do it. You see what I'm talking about? How that just kind of goes the other way, goes around. Right, here's what I got going on today, though. I want y'all to be aware of. I'm going to go straight to it. Right, I've got a lot of geoengineering going on. As you can see over here, the Gold Coast areas, Sydney to Brizzy, you got all that. You've still got this storm hovering over the north, and it has just absolutely just been there now for days and days and days. And if I could take you over to one of these imagery here, let me find the right one I'm looking at. You can see this is just kind of blowed up because the frequency's in the air, and as these cloud masses go over that area that's already excited, it just forms into clouds. And when the vapors and stuff leave that area, it just dissipates because there's no energy from the EMF in the atmosphere. As you can see, this is just stuff is just blowing up. You know, looks real dramatic when you got it on this type of image. I mean, when you take it to that type image, which really just really just shows you what the storms are. I'm going to let it come in close now. It takes a minute to load. And you can actually get a look at the tops. And so you see there's really only one storm in all of Australia right now. But it sure does look different, don't it? Now, here's another thing I want you to say. Look at the shape up here. You see these curves? You know, each one of these is a circle. And each one of those represents a radar that's covering a certain distance. Doesn't show you very much coverage area. Then I want you to see something here. I'm going to go on the world satellite and see if I can get New Zealand in here. I'll go up here to Auckland. And let me get my pointer. See the curves? And the curve, and the curve, and the curve, and the curve, and the curve. That's your radar outline, folks. That's influence of beams. It takes beaming to do that. To force a rush to go boom up there like that and rushes out. It is a big ripple, the big dimple in the pond. Is as a beam comes out, it goes, it just punches out, and it fans out as well. It doesn't just come as a beam. It spreads, and it's 360 degree too. This is not just like a little flat thing coming out like a slice. This is expanding, conically, if you will, like a cone. I guess that would be the word for it. Right, let me show you now some other nice things. Well, I've pointed out that other thing that was bothering me. We're going to come in here. I want you to see this big mess here. That almost looks like that high-level stuff we've been seeing over here in the UK. They called it polar stratus, so I imagine down here you ain't close enough, so it'll hit the noctilescent cloud or whatever. And as you can see, we got a lot of chem out here in the Tasman Sea. Just it's loaded, and curves have been drawn, or a wire, if you will. Sorry about me drooping on my lens there, but it's hard holding the camera, operating the mouse, and doing all that. You've also got the two nature reserves out here, World Heritage Nature Places, and they're beaming away. Look, I'm gonna bring that in on that island. As you can see, we've got plenty of EMF coming from that Nexrad bubble that I found in that crater. Old volcanic crater, and again you got the Auckland Islands doing looks like a two beam thing, and I haven't found anything yet. Or maybe it could even be a ship moored up out there. Anything could be doing that from them, but it's definitely emanating from there. So you've got a lot of EMF going by the side of your island, and because it spreads out, it will it will go out into these areas over here. I've got stuff going that way, and I've got stuff going that way. And this one here is going that way, and that way. So really, the convergence where I'd be concerned would be right in the middle here along those ridges, and almost like that mountain range. And through in here in this plane. Looks like that's where the waves are meeting. So if you are going to have some seismicity caused by EMF, I would say that would pretty much be where it is. So the stuff you've been seeing in Christchurch is dead on. You can go over and have a look, actually. I can pull that data up real quick. We'll see what the latest is going on over there. I've been keeping an eye on this for a while. As you can see, there's the latest. And yeah, the third day I've had a little 2.1 over there in Christchurch at 9:13 this morning, actually. So let's see whereabouts it was. I love this map. Right, it is. Oh yeah, it's right down here in the plain. It was right over here. And again, it's kind of near that road, that Route 1 again, I've kind of been noticing. But as you can see, you got one storm. You got a lot of EMF looking clouds that are only there while they're over an area of influence. You got bubble radar things I showed you of its path, and you got the shape of it in the clouds to prove there's been beaming. Even if they ain't showing you, they can't stop me from seeing it. And you've got this massive God only knows what out here. This is just horrible. It's horrific. It's criminal. And same thing over here on the Gold Coast. A shout out to that Gold Coast group. Y'all seem to be doing some nice work over there. Keep it up. Right then. Cheers to y'all. Be safe. I just want y'all Gold Coast people to see this, because I did notice you got quite a bit of frequency with interference out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's the middle of nowhere. Alright, and there's Brizzy straight across to your west. And yeah, there you have it though. You guys got a big mass of chem here too. And you've just drawn this storm. And I don't see much of a way. Oh, look at this scalar square right here. Right there. I don't know what the name of that town is. But yeah, that sure occurs naturally in nature, don't it? Look, if somebody done put a cookie punch down there. It's right on the corner of New South Wales over there. And actually right in the middle. Kind of to the west of that nature reserve over there. But anyways, y'all be safe. And just don't believe everything you see is what it is. It's just, I'm looking at the pressure maps over here, and the highest wind I'm seeing in that storm is 30 miles an hour. In the center of it's only 20. It sure does look like it's something, but it just isn't. I could show you that if you want. I can pull that up real quick. I got a wind map over here. You're going to love this. Right, let's have a look. It's not today. Yeah, it is. You say, even the fiercest winds they're showing are way down here. There's nothing to do with. You got 32 miles an hour. We'll bring it over here into the Great Australian Bight. You ain't seeing them winds. 32 miles an hour, not even hurricane strength. 31 miles an hour, barely a gale. Over here to the south of New Zealand, 5 miles an hour calm. Over up on the top, 16. So we sure look like we got some. And in the convergence, you're looking at about 30 miles an hour. Even in the middle of the country, 10, 12, 15, 17. You can see it. It's just, it looks a lot worse than it is. So y'all sleep tight, relax, be safe, enjoy it.